Carlos. How you doing?
How's it going, Mark Cormac?
I'm so. I still haven't recovered. Isn't that crazy? I still have a cough. Yeah,
Cough.
yeah.
What?
I still have a cough from the flu I got. So I thought I
Oh,
was getting better again, and then last night I just had a fit of coughing nearly the whole night. I couldn't sleep. I
oh,
probably got
okay.
maybe
Coughing.
like 2 or 3 hours of sleep maybe again today. It's
Wow.
terrible. But the funny thing is, during the day, I'm okay. So during the day, I might cough a little bit. So it's one of those
Okay.
coughs where you lie down on your back and there's probably something dribbling down the back of your throat and it's causing an itch,
Oh,
tickly
yes.
feeling, and you have to
I know how
cough.
it feels. Did you took the vaccine?
I
The
didn't.
flu vaccine?
No, I didn't take the flu vaccine, but I don't think this would help with the cough necessarily. But I know some people. So my wife said some people took it and
No.
were okay.
Yeah, I was going to say because this year I didn't took the vaccine and I did not got the flu. I did not had anything at all. I was like since the beginning of the autumn was just fine. But last year I took the vaccine for my company. They were making a campaign, and I got like really really sick, like having fever and stuff, coughing also, like you said. So I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it works. That's what I mean. So my wife said one of her friends took it and she was fine. But I know I went to my local supermarket and the woman said she took the vaccine and she got sick. So she was like, okay, so I don't know if it works or not.
Yeah, I know that it is normal to get a little bit sick after a few days after taking the vaccine. That
Yeah.
is like very normal, like having some light symptoms, even on the day you take the vaccine. But during longer days and still having the same symptoms, it's like not normal anymore.
Yeah, it should go away. And otherwise, you got maybe a severe dose of it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm generally okay though. It's funny because during the day I'm perfectly fine. And yesterday I felt really good and I went outside and I was walking everywhere and I was like, okay, I feel like I'm back to myself. And it's just when I went to bed, just when I went to bed, I start coughing. But it seems like everyone has it as well because my father-in-law, my mother-in-law was sending me messages saying about my father-in-law. He's not sleeping either. He keeps on coughing. And she asked, was
Oh,
the Shropi? She was asking about the syrup I bought, cough syrup, but it wasn't good. Well, I think it was okay. I used it the other few days, and I think I slept with the cough syrup, but I didn't have any left yesterday, so I didn't take any yesterday because it was finished, and I thought I'd be fine. So maybe I need to buy the cough syrup again, but I think I'll
yeah,
just use it at nighttime.
I know that there's a lot of meds that help you with the coughing stuff. Like that Vicky Vaporub. Have you ever
Yeah,
heard
Vic,
of?
yeah, Vic. We have the same in
You
Ireland.
can
We have
even
the same one.
inhale with both nostrils, or even like
You rub, yeah, you rub it on the
rub
chest.
in your chest.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
yeah. That
Let
should
me
be
also
open up
put that as a
where
check.
airways though. That's more for open up airways. I don't think that would be good for a cough necessarily. You know.
Yeah, my brother got very sick, and then my oldest brother he brought some that I don't know what's the name for asthma. That
Yeah,
little
inhaler.
the inhaler, yes, right. And even that he did not have asthma, he was like coughing a lot. Then he used like a little bit, and it really helped him. You know.
Oh, I never heard of that before. Using the inhaler and for a cough, never heard of that
Yeah,
before. I guess it acts as a moisturizer, maybe like a humidifier. I don't know.
sure.
Oh, yeah, how that works. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. So this week was all craziness
Why? What happened?
because there's a lot of work. I couldn't stop to make videos. Had like a lot of work because, for example, uh, I don't know if I ever told you, but there's like two teams inside my company. So there's the team of projects that they participate on projects, and the team that only participate on the support of those projects.
Okay.
And now I'm on the support team. I was on the project team to learn more about the tool we were using, and then I got into the support team because there was no one else that could with the same abilities, the same experience on the tool I'm working with. So as I'm the only one on the support team who have this experience on this tool I'm working with, it's more about financial consolidation for companies. Uh, it's very rare to have someone helping us. So sometimes if I'm having some trouble with a certain ticket or something, had to call someone from the project team with more experience to help me, So all of the work of these two comes to me, So it's sometimes it's funny because some time ago I was having like no demand at all, and now
Oh
I'm
gosh.
like having all day working. So
Wow. Yeah, I remember you calling me with no demand. Why is that? Just new projects come in, or you just doubled your
yeah,
workload?
you have projects coming, but the old projects that are already completed, the the team of the client, if they're having some problem with the consolidation process, if some company has the wrong numbers, they send a support ticket to us, and then we have to attend them. So
Mm,
it's basically
okay.
that. So it's different from the project. We have to attend tickets from a lot of different projects, a lot of different clients, a lot of different situations. It's not like a linear
Mm.
progress.
When you receive the ticket, is it your support team, or did it go directly to you?
No, I received the
You
ticket
do it
myself.
directly. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. That's more difficult though. I find that that could be really stressful if you didn't know what was going the problem was or how to fix it, right? Because you're the individual.
yeah, but sometimes also there's the my manager who manages all the tickets. So if she sees a ticket that is more how can I say, that is more
In your field, maybe, or
yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
exactly. Then she sends it to me, and then I have to solve it.
Is there
So,
any
but
ones you can't solve? Have you ever got a ticket where you're like, "What's this? I don't
yeah,
know what."
sure, of course. Some tickets that I thought that were more basic, but in the end, the client wanted a more complex solution for the problem. So I had to ask for help from some more senior people from the project team to come and help us, solve the ticket because there's no one else besides me on the support team.
Yeah, that's strange. That's like a lot of responsibility, I think, for you, especially if you're younger in the company. Wow, I
Yeah,
thought
I believe that's not all the question, but more of the experience, because sometimes some tickets are very basic and problems that I already have gone by,
okay,
so
you probably done
so
probably
I
done
know
it
the
10 times.
solution and what I have to do. But sometimes like I said, there are some more complex tickets that you need to have more of a macro vision, of the client structure, how the accounts and the companies are being consolidated. So then, myself, I don't have that vision, at least not yet.
Sure, it takes
Then I
time
have
and
to
experience.
call someone for help. To
Have you used ChatGPT for that? Because you say, I want
yeah,
this. It will help because it's
sure.
like,
Here's the funny thing. Now I'm using Gemini, the AI from
okay, that's
Google.
different. I don't know. I don't know. I've never used it. So what is the major difference? I can only tell there's a difference between
So
DeepSeek and
yeah,
ChatGPT.
so
Wow.
I'm using Gemini because I'm a student from my post graduation course, and the institution got 15 free month for the pro version, the paid version
Okay,
of
cool.
Gemini. So I have all the
Extra tools.
yes, extra tools from all the Google suite. So I have 2 terabytes of Google Drive. I can use Gemini in the Pro version. So comparing the Pro version of Gemini with the free version of the GPT, the difference is like
Night
abyssal.
and day. Yeah.
It's huge. But the difference from the ChatGPT from the paid Gemini Pro are not like so many. But here's the thing: one thing that is so cool about this Gemini, he can read documents from more than 1,500 pages. So it's a
Wow.
lot. You can put in full documents on it,
Wow.
and you can. Oh, okay. So you can read it all and make
Analyze it
summary
for you
for
and
you.
give
Yeah,
bullet points.
that's right.
That's not a better idea. That's what I used to do. I used to do that with books, Nicholas. I was thinking, oh, if these, like psychology books, kind of those pop psychology books, it's like if these ones were reading because they're probably interesting, but they get a small amount of interesting information. The rest is like a filler inner. So I was like, I asked ChatGPT, and it will just give me the bullet points. I was like, okay, I don't think I need to read this book, you know?
Yeah, and it's very nice because you can, for example, I like to, if I do not found a book is on the PDF format in the internet, I use torrent to download the book I wanted, you know.
PDF.
So,
Why do you read the PDF? That's not a good way to read. It's EPUB. It's better.
no, yeah, but it's just to get the archive, you know, to put on the AI so you can read it.
Oh,
So
the
you can,
AI eats the PDF more than the
yes,
other
so
one
it
does.
uses PDF format, and you can put the whole book on the Gemini Pro, and it reads and makes summaries for you. It's like crazy. It's very very nice. So it even connects with like Gmail, Google Drive, so you can put archives directly from your Google Drive. You can make summaries of or your email. So you start a new chat and tell, oh, okay, Gemini. So what's new for my email today, even without seeing the email, you know, and
Oh,
it makes
wow.
summaries of the most important topics because
Does it?
it's connected with the Google Suite.
How about the other extra tools? So can it do like graphs for you or pictures?
Yes, you can create images, you can create videos, even with the new tool of video creation. It's like VO3. It's one of the most precise tools of video creating. And I haven't tested it yet, but people making some videos, it shows how precise it is. You know,
Yeah,
I
you could
didn't
do
have
that. You can do it for your
to
channel.
test it. Yes, yes,
See what
or
it's like.
even make some images. You know, I don't know.
I was going to send you another guy. There's another YouTube channel that I thought was really good, and I was going to send it to you.
Hmm.
I just don't remember, but there was a guy who gives all new information, and I thought you could copy his
Oh, yes,
information and put it in
yes,
Portuguese
I
for
have
his.
to see on the chat of our another class. Yeah, I have to take some time off to make the new videos, you know. But I believe that making videos about books, you know, not summaries or even like rank lists, like top 10 books to read in 1 year or something like that. I saw that those type kinds of videos are very, very strong on the US, England,
Of
outside
course,
Brazil.
yeah, but even books that you can say that are coming in the new books is really good too. You can do a review of like the New York Times top sellers because people like that because
Yeah,
people love updated information. That's all. Um,
yeah. Another very nice tool from this Gemini Pro, it's that you can put the YouTube video link on it, and it can transcribe it all the video to you. So it make a transcription of the video for you, you know, or any video, YouTube video at all. So
in
it's
Portuguese as well.
in
Or
Portuguese or
translation.
English. It can
Oh,
also
okay.
translate it at the same time in real time.
That's pretty good. Wow. I haven't used it
That's
for any of
it.
those tools.
You can copy videos from outside, you know.
Yeah, copy them all exactly. That's what I'm pretty sure that's what everyone is doing. They're all fake videos
Yeah,
nowadays.
yeah,
I
yeah.
used it yesterday. I wanted to make it. It's really cool that you can make with ChatGPT as well. You know, I used to listen to some cancer researchers, but I didn't know the differences in their research. So I'll just type the three doctors who were doing the research into ChatGPT, and I asked it what was the difference in their research, and it just goes into the details, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
And then I could tell the difference straight away. But I can't do that by myself. You know, I'd have to read the guy's research and read the other guy's research and try to figure out the difference. You froze.
Okay, now I
Yes,
came
you're
back.
back again.
What you were saying
Yeah.
that you cannot
Uh,
do something.
I was just saying that I can make the difference. Like you can't do it by yourself. Like if you had to find the difference between the three doctors researching cancer,
Oh yes,
I'd
of
have to
course.
read all their articles and see and find the difference myself. While ChatGPT just
That's very
summed it up,
helpful.
and it also pointed out one of the doctors' theories was more likely to be false because it was an old theory. So it was something like cancer was acidic. That's what he said. And if you alkaline your body with like baking soda, you can get rid of cancer. That was the guy's theory. And I remember hearing
Yeah,
that before. And it sounded a bit strange. But the other two doctors said it was untrue. He said cancer cells are acidic on the outside, but they're highly alkaline on the inside. So really, you should make the
That's
cancer
interesting.
cell more acidic, and then you can kill cancer. But the two other doctors had two different views how to do it. Like one guy was saying it was had to do with sugar and glutamine, so you should fast and do intermittent fasting to get rid of cancer. Well, the
Yeah,
other
for
guy,
that's
that
other
was
thing.
well, that can still work. That still works because you're fasting, you're not feeding the cancer. But the other guy's theory was like that didn't matter. The third guy's theory was none of that stuff
There's
matters.
a name for
Is
that. I don't remember the name. That the cells start to eat each
um,
other. I don't
it's
remember
well,
the
that's
name.
called apoptosis. No, apoptosis is cell death. Uh, autophagy,
Autophagy. Yeah,
autophagy.
that's the
Sorry,
name for it.
autophagy. That's the word we say.
Autophagy.
Autophagy is self-eating. Apoptosis is cell death. But what they say is cells will eat each other when you fast, so they'll kill the bad cells. And apoptosis is when they just die. Yeah, that's how you spell it. And they die, but the last guy's theory is making it more acidic in your body in the cells, and his theory was taking aspirin. So aspirin. So he said, but if you take a little aspirin just once a week, you probably won't get cancer. That's what he said. Just by taking it's
Wow.
prevention. If you have cancer, you take it at a
Why
higher
is
dose.
that?
Well, because the cancer can make acidicity. I can't even say that. It can make yeah. It makes the cell more acid. The acid also, right? So it will go into the cell and kill it. In fact, well, he said he can prove this in mice. And I asked ChatGPT as well about this because I can show you the papers that show this in mice. But that last guy wasn't a doctor. This is so funny. The last guy wasn't a doctor at all. He was an independent researcher who discovered this. But I mean, his research is open. You still have to prove them in a scientific way.
I'm
And I
not
don't,
hearing you well enough.
you're not hearing
Uh,
me? Okay. Why is
you sound a little bit.
breaking up? Maybe.
Not bad. Not better.
It's
Not
better
better.
again. Well,
Okay.
yeah, he just said he hasn't done the research properly. Like as in that you have to have a proper medical research in a lab to do this. And he
Yeah.
can't do it because the doctors don't want to do it. As always, the mainstream medical institutions don't want to prove this. So,
Hmm.
but it's still
Yeah.
interesting. I like this theory, but it's so simple because anyone can buy aspirin, right? So anyone can
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah. It's strange, you know.
yeah. But I'm sure there's other ones too. Anyway, I'm going to give you a whole list of topics to choose from.
Amazon, society, bicycles, bird,
Oh,
blood.
that should be bird blood diamonds. That should be a comment between that.
Okay.
I don't know why that's not in this.
Brain, environment, banks, breakfast, anger,
Insects
insects,
or the beach.
beach.
Or death. I have death up here as well. It's so funny
Oh,
actually.
let's talk about the beach today. A more simple topic.
It's a simple topic, and it's opposite in Brazil. So other countries, I had the beach up there for a lot of students because it's summertime in other countries.
Beach, what is this? It's a
Huh?
swear word.
No, you're mixing up bitch with beach. Beach is
Yeah,
praia.
yeah, exactly.
That's
I'm
so funny.
joking.
People say that in Brazil. I'm going to the beach today, and it's like, you mean the beach? Okay, so what do you think about when you hear the word beach?
The sand, the ocean, very, very basic, you know. Remember the times when I went to Guarujá? That's one of the beaches here from São Paulo, and
Yeah,
also to Floripa. Floripa is a very beautiful place. Very
yeah. There's
beautiful
lots,
place.
lots of nice beaches there. Actually, but Ubatuba is as well. You know Ubatuba.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that's right.
it just
Have you
depends where
ever
you
been
go.
to Ubatuba?
Yeah, I went there with my wife, and we went to all the beaches. So this
Oh
like in
yes,
Ubatuba,
I remember.
there's like around 17 beaches there. But if you can find the special ones, the funny thing is, we're all the Povawar is the ugly beach. You know, they'll have the flat ugly beach. But if you just go a little distance, you'll find these little private beaches that are really nice.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, that's right. I
What do you
like
like to do at the
the
beach?
beach. Go to the take a bath in the ocean, you know.
What you
This-
mean? You go there smelly? You go there and it's like, I've been taking a bath in a few days. What we say is we swim in the ocean. We don't take a bath. You bring your
yeah,
shampoo and everything.
yeah. No, no, no. It's like uh, just go to the beach, play with some friends, stay there with family, you know, eat something like some shrimps. Very
Yeah, I like them
nice.
too. But my wife complains. She thinks they're awful. She's like, shrimps eat everything. So they say like shrimps eat the poo and the dead bodies of all the other animals. So it's like you shouldn't eat shrimp. But I like shrimp. I think shrimp tastes good.
Yes, I also love shrimps, but it's more about that, relaxing the beach, play
Yeah.
some ball, some soccer, volleyball, go to the sea.
Okay. Are you a
You're a beach
beach
person or
person?
a mountain person? I think more a beach person.
Yeah, it's strange.
I've never been to a mountain, actually, like do some hitchhike,
No,
something like that.
hiking. Hitchhiking
Hiking,
is
right?
the other one. Yeah.
Oh yes, that's right. So
Yeah.
you do some
Well,
hiking.
I used to. So in Ireland, we have small mountains, but even my dad liked to do it. So I actually love mountains. I loved being like, but like massive mountains. So when I was a kid and I saw the Pyrenees mountains or the Alps, I was super impressed. I think they're way more impressive to me than a beach. The problem is you can't really do anything in a mountain. You might
Yeah,
go
that's right.
hiking for
You
one
only
area.
have the vision, the view of the
Yeah. And it
everything.
depends if there's a trail. So some mountains, many mountains don't, but some might have a trail that you can do for an hour, and that's fine. But then you're bored again because you can't walk for 2 hours. 3 hours, you're just tiring. So I think overall the beach is better to relax
Yeah,
and
there's also that point that is also tiring. For example, tomorrow I'm gonna go with some friends to Pico do Jaraguá. We're gonna train, go into there and run the mountain. So it's very tiring, And even that after you reach the summit, it's very nice the view and stuff. It's very very tiring. Even if you're especially going to run all the way long, just to
sure.
train.
I
It's very
that's
nice. But,
that's the book
yeah,
I have. I told you that book before, Born to Walk. I started to remember the title. I have that downloaded on my phone, so I'm reading that one now. So Born to
yeah,
Walk, because the guy says like 50% of runners get injuries, something like this in a year, something like crazy statistic.
yeah,
I didn't want to
yeah,
be like running up a mountain. I don't know if it's dangerous. It depends on the trail you're on. The problem is if it's uneven, you could easily twist your ankle, right?
yeah.
How long will it take you, or do you know?
To run all the mountain, it's 5 kilometers. So I think
Yeah, but
it's,
uphill is probably more harder, right? Running uphill.
yeah, uphill. It's, I don't know, 30 minutes, 35 minutes running, because you do not run at the same speed you would be running at the
Level.
going downhill or even in a flat.
Yeah. Is it
So
worse running downhill? I was just wondering because I think that's worse on your knees.
you have
How's
to
it
be
worse
more
running down?
careful. You have to be more careful because in order to not hurt your knees.
Yeah, that's what I feel as well. If I've ever done running and ran down a hill, it's like my knees are always sore
You
going
cannot
down the hill.
just sprint down. You cannot just
Mhm.
sprint all downhill because you can really get hurt. It's even more dangerous than running uphill.
And in
So you really
Brazil,
have to be careful.
I walk on the road and run on the road because the calçada is like this all the time. The calçada is more
Yeah,
dangerous. I don't know how many times I tripped
yeah,
up on
it's,
the calçada.
it's not nice because I already twisted my ankles like a lot of times
Yeah, me too.
when on
Um,
the streets. Okay.
is a beach holiday the best kind of holiday?
Yeah.
I think so
Yeah,
too, especially in my country because it's cold.
it's very famous here. It's very traditional here in Brazil that the famous bate volta. You just go in the morning to a beach or go downhill to some beach in here in Sao Paulo, and then you come back in the same day to your home. At night. It's very
Oh yeah,
famous.
you could do that though. We can't. I think Indaiatuba is too far away. So how long does it take you to get from Sao Paulo to the nearest beach? Is it like
Any
an hour and a
the,
half?
the,
Or
the most the nearest beaches here like Praia Grande, Santos, Guarujá are like 1 hour at max 1 hour and a
oh, that's
half
pretty good. That's pretty good.
by car. So it's
You're
very
no,
very.
it's on the North Sea as well, so I don't know what that means.
So for
I
example,
mean,
when I went by bus, I got the bus on Jabaquara station that is like already besides the highway. It just took like 50 minutes. It was very close.
wow, that's pretty good. Maybe the bus lanes are quicker. They have like 10 per hour maybe as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't.
the
It takes us around 3 hours, I think, from Indaiatuba. It just depends because you get traffic. So like it's at least an hour to Sao Paulo, and it might be, and maybe when we go around the road from Sao Paulo, it takes another 2 hours, something like
yeah.
that.
The only problem is that when you go by bus, it takes a long time to buy the tickets, wait on the line to get on the
Mm.
bus and drop your stuff inside of it. So it's a little bit tiring. But it's more cheaper.
Sure. Okay. What dangers might you find on the beach? Well, in Brazil, the problem is the criminals, maybe, or
Yeah, the criminals. That's right. Well, actually, some rats. At night
rats.
on the beach,
Really?
you have
I've never
some
seen
rats on
rats.
the sand.
Wow. Wow, I've
That's
never
right.
seen the rats on the beach. I've seen, oh, well, it's the sewage. So when I went down at Christmas time, I went down to Praia Grande, I told you, and it was so packed. All the sewage that was overflowing, it went into the river or into the sea. So it was disgusting and you could smell it. It's like, oh, this
Yeah,
is so bad. And then
yeah,
everybody was getting
that's right.
sick. And then the mayor, Guarujá, drank the water.
Yeah.
Oh, it must have been
Okay.
deranged. Um, who is it best to go to the beach with?
Go with my girlfriend, my friends. Sometimes when I go to the beach with my girlfriend, I go to see her family. So she has a family on Guarujá. When it comes to her grandma on the that side, they have an apartment down there, and it's very nice. It's very relaxing to stay there for some time.
Yeah, that's
And
a good beach, though,
she
right?
also has family down there, so it's from her. How do you say? Not it's not uncle. It's the what's the family?
To what?
The
Say in Portuguese. I probably know in Portuguese.
her aunt, her aunt,
All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
her
Tia.
aunt,
Yeah.
I remember. So her aunt side, and she also had family by her aunt side. So in Floripa, and it's very nice. Both places are very nice to stay.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
if
They're lucky then, so you can go out and
you
visit them at the
stay,
beach. Yeah, that's what my wife used to do. So my wife had her aunt down in Santos. So anytime she'd go down to Santos, she had a place for her aunt, and her aunt was like, I think it was like the seventh canal. I don't know what canal actually. Yeah, I think it's like Canal 7 or something like that. So you could walk to
Okay,
the beach. You could walk to the beach. It was very easy to walk from our house. So
yeah.
it was nice going down there. But I don't know. It always seems I don't know if I like Santos Beach. I don't like those beaches by the city because they seem a bit rougher. I like Ubatuba is really
Yeah,
nice compared
sometimes I
to.
do not like too much. I prefer Guarujá. It's a beach that I'm already used to. So there's like three or four beaches in Guarujá, and the one we stay it's called Pitangueiras. It's the middle one, So it's very small, and you can see everything by foot. You can go to the shops, you can go to restaurants, you can go to how do you say like those the shops that sells hand stuff,
Yeah,
handmade stuff,
yeah, handmade. We can say handmade or handicrafts. You can say.
handicrafts.
But that's actually a good area, I think. Though I know with
It's very
Guarujá, it's where the wealthy people from Sao Paulo go, right? When they go down to, they don't go to Santos or Praia, and the poor people go to Praia Grande. That's what they say, I think.
yeah
But I remember there's lots of robberies happening at Guarujá. They were happening all the time last year.
yeah. Even on the when it comes to the uh, final season of the year, like November, December, January.
Yeah, there's been more people down there then.
What word beach you would you like to
What
go
beach?
and
B,
why?
B. You said it wrong. You said bitch this time. You said beach. Beach.
Beach,
Yeah, that's better.
beach. Okay. So wow, I don't know. Perhaps in Florida.
Nah, actually, they're not nice. That's what's funny. So yeah, a lot of people
Really?
don't know. Yeah, I've been to the ones in Florida. It's because my sister lived there. So the famous one is Miami Beach, and my sister drove down there, and I was like, oh, it's really ugly. It's just a real flat beach. So it's just a flat beach, but it's
Yeah, like
famous.
beach.
But you're forgetting, see, so Florida is known to be hot and sunny and have lots of beaches, but the beaches are just long, flat beaches. They're not very nice. But a lot of Americans go there because it's the warmest place. And it's the
Yeah,
same it's the same in California. So if you look at the Los Angeles beaches, people are like, oh, Santa Monica Beach. But if you actually see the beach, they're not nice. It's just a beach next to the sidewalk and it's big and flat. Compared to like if you're going to one in Guarujá, you'll see, you'll have the nicer sand, you'll see the mountains or hills, you'll see the jungle. Those ones are way nicer. Um,
yeah,
I would probably pick. I mean, I don't know either. I've never been there, but I would say the ones in Hawaii. When I see them online, they're kind of similar to the ones in Brazil, though. The ones like in Ubatuba, you'll see the jungle next to the beach, and they look more charming.
yeah. Well, I would go again to Floripa. It's a very nice place,
Yeah, those ones too. I
and see
can.
the other beaches I didn't saw at the time, like Jurerê Internacional.
I don't remember the names. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the ones where we went to with my wife. Um, there was one at the very south part of Floripa, and that was almost empty, and that was really
Nossa,
nice.
naufragios or something like that.
I don't remember now, but I just remembered that area was wealthier. Like the houses were nicer. There was nice cafes there, but the beach was empty because it's like everyone go. I don't know why everyone goes to the north part instead of the south part. I don't know why that is.
Yeah,
But there was some nice beaches and ordinary beaches. It just depends where you go.
yeah.
Um, what would it be like to live in a house on the beach? I don't think I would like it because I used to get sunburned too much.
Well, I would like it. I would say that it feels nice, because, for example, I have a friend in work, a colleague that lives in Maranhão. So Maranhão, it's an island, and it's surrounded by beaches, and he says that even if he does not go to the beach all the time, it's very nice because uh, you can uh, go to the beach anywhere,
Whenever you like. Yeah.
anytime you want. So, and it's a very touristic point, so even
I,
if you're not there for the beaches by itself, it would be nice,
Yeah, I don't know if you get bored of it. Like, cause I was just remembering in Ubatuba, there was a beach we went to. It was one of the last beaches we went. It was like more in the north of Ubatuba, and we went to a restaurant on top of the hill, and just like less than 5 minutes down the road, maybe 3 minutes down the road, there was a beach. So we asked the guy, "Oh, you must go to the beach all the time." He goes, "No, I haven't been to the beach in 3 years." He doesn't go down the hill because he said when he was a kid, he was always at the beach, and then he just got bored of the beach.
Yeah.
When was the last time you went to the beach?
Last time, I believe that was at January or February when I went to Floripa, the beginning of this year, I believe it was in January, just after the New Year Eves. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So it was very nice down there in Floripa. Actually, it's a very nice place because the life quality you have, it's much higher than here on São Paulo.
Well,
The
sure.
security it's much better.
There's
So
problems in the city though, Floripa. Well, it's a smaller
yeah,
city. So smaller
everywhere it
cities,
has some problems,
yeah, everywhere does. Even in my city in Ireland, I would say. So I remember someone saying there was a problem with teenagers using drugs in Floripa. They were going to parties, and it was not just the poor kids; it was the
That
rich
is
kids.
normal. Something that it's very normal on the beaches. You see, it's people smoking weed,
Oh
because
yeah,
of
you smell it. It's
the
weird.
smell. The smell.
Oh, did
That's right.
people think you were from there? I was going to say that because you look like it. Because I was really weird because I remember
Actually
going
not,
down there.
because I
No?
I don't know if it was because of the season that there was a lot of Argentinians.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
but they're mainly Italians as well. You look more German, as I said.
yeah, so there was a lot of people from different places, not only from Floripa, so from the north side of Brazil, like how did you say the Nordeste?
Northeast.
Northeast.
Yeah, the
Northeast,
north.
that's right. From the Northeast, like other states, there were a lot of people from Argentina, Uruguay. I also saw some
I remember
Colombia,
Paraguayans. Yeah, Colombians are
Colombia, Paraguay also. That's right.
yeah,
And I was like just one more blonde
everyone.
guy, it was
Yeah.
not like
But I noticed
not
that
it was
because
normal.
when I was there as well, not just Floripa, it was Peña. I went to Peña before I went to Floripa, so I don't know if Peña's in Santa Catarina. I think it is as well. But Peña's a nice place. It has that Bajio. Oh, I remember, can't remember the roller coaster park. I can't remember the name of the place. But when I was there as well, I remember talking to the kids were from there and they were all
The
German.
Red Carrero.
Yeah, here it goes. Yeah, but I remember talking to the kids there. They were all German. And it was so strange because you don't really see them in Sao Paulo. Well, you can see some, but they were very German. They're more likely to be blue eyes and with blonde hair ones. Surprising.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think they noticed I was a foreigner because my skin was even red. Their skin is they still tan. I don't.
yeah.
Yeah. What kind of things can people do on the beach?
Well, a lot of things, So it's like those, how do you say that? Nudist beaches.
Ah, yes. Okay, that happened. We did there as well in Floripa accidentally. So
Uh,
I'll tell you, Nicholas. I don't know what kind of thing. That's the first thing that comes to your head. What kind of things you can do on the beaches and nudist beaches? No, I was in Floripa with my wife as well. And we went down a beach I was at the end of a trail. So you walk for maybe a kilometer or 2 kilometers, and that's what we did. But the beach was a
uh-huh.
nudist beach, and it was nearly all gay men. So it was even worse. So there was all
Oh,
naked gay men
no,
everywhere. I was like, oh, and I was
no,
like,
no.
And I was just like, oh, this place is terrible. And my wife was like, and I take a picture of you. But really, what she was doing is taking the picture of the naked men behind me. And she posted the
Oh,
picture
that's terrible.
of me sleeping like this with a hat on my head. And then I don't know what she put it on, but my aunt saw it and she's like, what the hell? Where are you, Cormac? It's like, watch out there behind you. I was like, what
That's
the hell?
terrible.
Yeah, I was like, this beach is awful.
That's okay. That happens. But
Yeah.
well, you can do anything like you want. Like just grab some chairs, some tables, and eat some food. Like I told you, with some shrimps. Even though it's very expensive to eat those kinds of things on the beach.
Yeah. Depends where you
On
are.
the
Our porquinho, that's really good too. I love that one. That's
Portillo, that's
fish.
right.
Depends how they make it though. I think they make it two different
I
ways.
don't know what type of meat.
Yeah,
It's
it's little pig.
it's a fish. It's a fish. It's
Of
a
course,
fish.
it's a fish. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's funny the name Little Pig. Little Pig is the name of it. It's like, I mean,
Protein.
yeah,
Protein's very nice. It's very tasty.
yeah. I
Uh,
love it too, and I loved it at the beach. I was
I
like,
do
oh,
not like cassons. Casson, you know?
ooh, I don't know if I tried that one. I don't remember. I try because usually when I go to the beach with my wife, we try all the casal. Okay, I've tried so many different. It doesn't say in Portuguese in English. Let me see if it in. Okay, because I see what it's like. It's like a shark. Wow. Okay, it's like a shark. Hmm, interesting. I don't know. Maybe I've tasted it. I don't know. I probably because when I go to the beach, I usually try all different ones. But I did
Mm-hmm.
like. I thought the porquinho was the nicest. But I had it
Okay.
different ways. So that's the problem. I had it different ways. So I don't know why. One time I had it was really good, and the other time I had it was full of bones. And I was like, why is it so good this way and not the other way?
Yeah, I think really depends on who is cooking it, frying it. I don't know. But I know that some types of fishes they tend to have some heavy metals on them.
Well, that's true. That's more. Well, tuna does. Okay, but that's why it's better to eat sardines. So if you eat sardines, they're far more healthy because it won't get the mercury doesn't since they're so small. The mercury doesn't accumulate in their body. So if you want a really healthy food, buy the sardines more than the
Yeah.
tuna fish. Um, but it's mainly fish in the rivers is a big problem, more so in Brazil because I think the rivers are more polluted. I keep on seeing that. I'm a bit reluctant to eat a fish from a river. I mean, maybe it depends on the river. I don't know. Maybe rivers more in the interior have
Yeah.
less pollution. But I'm going to say the rivers around Sao Paulo, like I can't remember. The Tete is bad, but it's another one. I remember just seeing all the spuma, all the God, I can't even remember foam, all the foam just coming
Oh
out of the
yes,
river. The
yes,
big white
yes,
foam. And I was like, what is in that river? It must be poisonous or something.
yes.
That's the same question. Oh, that's because I need to change the questions. That's why it's coming up the same one again. 1 second.
Mm,
Oh, I don't even know where I opened my questions. Okay. Okay. How important are beaches to you? For some people, they're really important. For me, I don't even think about the beach so much because I'm from Ireland. And even though I was probably less than 5 minutes away from the beach, Nicholas, and I never used to go to the beach
oh,
because it's cold and windy and wet. So the beach never feels good.
okay. Yeah, that makes sense. The beach, uh, you need to have a certain type of climate down there. So being a sunny day, if it's
Yeah, it makes
not
all the difference.
hot,
What are the bad things about beaches? Being crowded.
yeah, that's right. Well, I was thinking about that.
Can you hear
Yeah,
that? Seems like
yeah.
drilling. Yeah, there's like drilling
Oh
next door in my
wow. Oh, it's very. How to say like bluffed the sound? I don't know.
Yeah, that's because he's probably doing it into a wall. It sounds like he's drilling something into a wall.
Yeah, yeah. So beaches are very crowded. Especially on like I told you, seasons on the finally the, the
Yeah, at the
end
end
of
of the year.
there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people that want just to rob you. There are a lot of criminals, so you have to be more careful.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
what is your favorite beach and why that you went to? Is it one of the ones in Floripa? I think
Yeah,
it's one of the ones in
I was
Ubatuba.
in
Were my
Floripa. Even if that I went there just once, because it's a very nice beach. you feel safe down there. You have more life quality. The uh, the prices of in general are not so expensive, so you can have a more life quality down there. And just go to some restaurants, buy more things to eat at
Yeah.
your home, in every aspect, So it's very, very nice. The beaches are very beautiful. Very,
Yeah.
the sea are very blue. It's very blue.
I actually prefer it though. I can tell you, I prefer the beaches in Ubatuba just because it was the jungle. I think that like there's no
Oh yeah,
jungle in Floripa, so when you see some of the beaches in
must be
Ubatuba, you get
nice.
the jungle right next to the beach, and that looks fantastic for me.
Must be nice as well. I want to go there sometime,
Yeah,
because
there's so many beaches to choose from. But you don't need to drive because you need to change the beach. Because if you go to a hotel, you get the beach in front of your place, which mightn't be nice.
yeah, yeah. Watch beach sports are the best. The easiest one to play, So soccer, if you have a ball, you can play.
Yeah.
Volley,
That's
volleyball.
sore though. I don't like playing beach football because I realize I'm not used to kicking a ball in my with my feet, so it hurts. I was like, I can't kick this ball. It's
Yeah,
sore. I feel like I'm going to break my toe.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know how it feels. So also,
Frisbee,
uh, what's the name of that
fresco
sport we
ball,
use with the rackets? You don't have.
beach tennis,
No, I think it's first of
fresco
all,
ball,
first
fresco
of all,
ball.
you must not let
Yeah,
the
ball will go on the ground. Yeah, that's just yeah. I don't know what the name we call it in English. That's what's so funny. I don't know what we called it when we were in English because we didn't really play so much. Like even people play more here. So yeah, I have the fresco ball as well, and we have a peteca. You know peteca. So we do that at the beach too. We
yeah.
do fresco ball peteca. Yeah, I think that's fun. Frisbee is fun. Um, what can we do about dirty or polluted beaches? That's a problem, really big problem. In Ireland, we have less polluted
you know,
beaches because we have a small
Make
population.
people conscious about not throwing trash on the beaches. Just
Yeah, but people
being
don't
more
care.
careful with it.
They still do it. They don't have to give them a multa. Okay. Should pets be allowed on the beach? This one's difficult too.
I think yes, if you're able to get your own dog's poo,
Yeah, you can pick it up, throw it on
don't
the
let
beach.
it just mess it up on the beach or give trouble to other people. I
Yeah.
think it's fine.
Yeah, I just think the problem is again, I don't care if there's a dog on the beach, but what happens if you have thousands of people on the beach and they all bring their dogs? Then I think it might be a problem.
Oh
Because
yes,
because I have a feeling dogs will dig in the sand and throw their sand everywhere. The dog will get really wet and rub against people and shake the water on top of people. That's a problem.
yes, that's
Uh,
right.
what do you think of the idea of private beaches? Yeah, that was controversial in Brazil. I
No, I
remember.
believe that's one of the best thing, because you have more incentives to people not messing up the beach, to
Yeah,
have more security, not
yeah,
have criminals on the beach. So if you're willing to pay, let's say, a tax for getting on this private
yeah.
beach,
Fee. Mhm.
so how many people would pay that tax in order to feel more safe, in order to not worry
That's true. Or not be
criminals?
crowded beach. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's right.
think
It's perfect.
so. I can understand it, but I still think beaches are public property. The problem is having maybe an area on a beach, like have a certain designated area where people have like the seats are already there and the umbrellas. That might be okay.
Yeah,
Um,
that's something that you have to think of, because probably the government would try to get in the middle of that.
Probably too, and it just depends where. So I don't think you can really have a private beach in San. Or maybe you can't. Maybe just one little area could be private, but most beaches should be public because everyone wants to use the beach.
Yeah, there's this point like whose property is this bitch? But like I told you, a lot of people are willing to pay more to feel more safe, in order to get less crowded beaches, have more quality services. So there's a lot of incentives for that.
Sure, I think there is too, but yeah, it just depends. Because I know someone said in Italy nowadays that everything's becoming a private beach, that there's no public beaches, so they're frustrated because you don't have any option. You know,
Yeah. Oh,
uh, why do
okay.
some people not like the beach?
I know that some people do not like, for example, the texture of the sand. or even the sun. They're very sensible to the sun, and they get sunburn like very easy,
Like
like
me, yes.
all red. Yeah. So for example, I do not get sunburns when
No,
I
you're lucky.
I'm exposed to sun for longer periods of time. I do not get like all red. I get more darker. It's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that can happen. That's why I always think German people's skin is different to Irish, and nearly all Irish people go
So,
red.
for example, the part where I do not get a lot of sun, it's like very white, but the other part are it's more, how would you say, like tan. I
Tanned,
don't know.
tanned. Do you get freckles then? I don't know if you get freckles. I
No,
don't think.
actually not. I do
Okay, you're
not.
lucky then.
It's
I'm
funny
full.
because
I'm full of freckles. Yeah.
yeah. So, for example, my girlfriend, she has when she gets sunburns, she starts developing freckles.
Yeah,
Some
that's what happens to me. It doesn't
or
ever happen.
some very tiny white dots. I don't know
Oh,
what it
white
is.
dots. That's strange. I don't know what that is. Freckles are brown dots, not white dots. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So what
all her
I've got.
family has those white dots. So her grandmother, she has like bigger white dots on her skin, like on her arm. Her dad has some white dots as well, and she has those white dots, but they're tiny.
Wow. Okay. How's it got to do with What's that word that you? I can't remember the word.
Vertigo.
Vertigo. Vertigo. Yeah. Because
It's
that's
not
caused by the
actually
sun.
it's actually not that because vitiligo would be like
That's a big mark and like a
yeah,
more of a mancha.
big
Yeah,
like
but I've never seen that in Ireland, and I've seen it so many times here in Brazil. I don't know why. It must be caused by the sun. Is causing that strange
yeah.
disorder.
I don't know if it has something to do with the genetics of the her family, because
Could
everyone
do.
has these white dots.
I've never
I
seen
know
that
that
before.
she spoke to her grandmother, and her grandmother doctor told her that you have to be careful with that because it can develop to other diseases like melanoma. I don't
Yeah,
know what's the
cancers.
name in
Yeah,
English.
yeah. The melanoma is the same. That's like a
Oh,
cancer.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, okay. But they say
Uh,
anyone who's white skin. So I guess
problems.
anyone who has white skin can have they can get cancer more easy, right? That's what they say. But
Yeah.
that's because we probably lack vitamin D as well. So vitamin D protects us too. So we should get some vitamin D, but over the top we just will more likely to get. I think Australia is the worst country for melanoma because there's a lot of white people
UV
and they're in the sun.
exposure, right?
Yeah, it's exposure.
To UV rays. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so. For example, I don't have to have those white dots, but I have some like how do you call the brown dots? It would be
Freckles.
freckles.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Freckles.
freckles. Yeah, yeah. I'm
So
full of
I
freckles.
do not have on all my body, just like some tiny dots, just distributed along my body. So, but very very tiny, you know.
Okay, that could be something
But
else.
that
Yeah.
do not interfere in
Yeah,
any way.
in my family, I'm the only one who has freckles. I think my dad. I must have got it from. I think my dad gets freckles. I get freckles for that reason, but my sisters don't get freckles, and I just go out and I just get covered in them. So my whole shoulders are just freckles, and they're big
Oh,
freckles
of
all across my shoulders. Should there always be lifeguards on the beach?
course, because they're not. There are people that cannot swim. They think they can swim, but they cannot.
Or
So,
they're
for
weak
example,
swimmers?
yeah, it's something to when you are swimming in a pool. It's more calm. You do not have the waves, the sea pushing, and how do you say,
The
like
current.
yeah, just trying to grab you. So it's different. To
Yeah,
swim on when the sea it's
I've
very
never
different.
I've never tried. I told you. I mean, I learned how to swim recently, but I still would be. I'm still afraid because I'm afraid of like I don't know. I'm still afraid of like sea monsters. Even though they don't exist, I'm afraid of like
Yeah,
jellyfish
but
or
anyone
shark.
would be afraid, because the sea sometimes can be very strong, very hard to swim.
Yeah, so I've never done it. Okay, the last question is why do small children like the beach so much?
I think it's because they're not used to, like when the euphoria, like stepping on the sand and seeing the sea, uh, having to play
Yeah, I think
with
it's pure freedom
sand.
for them because even if you're inside your house, you can fall over and hit your head, and even if you're outside, you can do the same thing in a park. But this sand is so soft; it's like liberating. Okay, that was the last question
Okay,
on the
one last
beach.
topic.
Yeah,
Let
because you
me
get so
see.
many.
Let me see.
Usually I only
Or
give people like 4 or 5 options, but throw them all up there.
it's Amazon. Amazon. What would be this Amazon? The company.
Well, actually, it's the Amazon rainforest. It's so funny though, because people nowadays keep on saying the Amazon company. It's like, what? Let's go. It's like, what do you think about the Amazon? They go like, well, I can buy and sell an Amazon. I was like, oh, and I was like, no, it's the forest. And they're like, the what? There's a forest
Oh,
called the
yeah,
Amazon?
the Amazon rainforest.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because they don't know about it.
Okay. Society, bicycles, birds, blood,
That'll be
brain,
another one that I have up there too. Yeah.
environment, banks,
Banks is so
breakfast,
boring. I have to say that one. Yeah.
insects. Let's talk about banks.
Okay. Let's go. Let me see. Let me find my
It's
question.
different.
Okay. First question. Uh,
Okay.
do you like banks? Okay.
No, no one likes banks.
Yeah, I think no one likes
We
banks.
hate them.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, I mean, I didn't. When we're younger, we don't think about it. But after when we had that crisis, I told you it was a 2008 crisis, so you wouldn't remember that.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
start
The
people start
subprime crisis,
discounting.
right?
Yeah, they were giving. It's called subprime loans and subprime mortgages. So a subprime one is a bad mortgage and a bad loan on purpose. They knew people couldn't pay them back because they just wanted to make money, and
And they
all.
also, I don't remember the name, but in English, but in Portuguese would be the reserva fracionária. It's basically they use the people's money for loans to other people, and if they try to withdraw all their money, the bank would just not have this money. You know, they would be bankrupt.
Yes, that's a big problem. And banks should go bankrupt. And that's what happened in the 2008 crisis. All the banks were playing the same game. And why they play the same game, they said, if I don't give this subprime or the bad loan, the other bank will, and I'll lose out on customers. So what happened? The bank should fail. They should go to prison. But the government can't leave banks fail because we need banks. So the banks don't care. It's like saying
They
everything's
start
risk
printing
free.
money.
Yeah, because you get bailed out by the government. So it's really ridiculous. So people got really angry with banks back then. We saw them corrupt. But you still see the same problems in America. So I think like last year, 2 banks in America failed. There was one called the Silicon Valley Bank, and there was I don't remember the other one. I don't know all the banks in America. This one I never heard of it, but it was like the 15th biggest bank. But I think another
Right.
bank like JP Morgan bought them out, so that was okay. But again, it was just corruption. It's incompetence, being incompetent and corrupt. They give bad loans. They start support. They start giving money to charity as well. Like it was crazy. Like they'll have those movements. I don't know whether it's an LGBT movement or Black Lives Matter movement, and they give like $1 million, and it's like, whose money are you giving? You know what I mean? It's insane. And I think the owner of the bank tried to escape. Like they found him in Hawaii because he was trying to escape to Thailand or something like this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even what are the good things about banks? I actually do not know.
Well, I guess it's probably they might keep our money somewhat safer than in our own house. And maybe they might rise with inflation a little bit to keep your money valuable compared to being in your house. Okay,
Yeah,
what are the bad things about banks?
let me think. But I would say that one of the worst things any money you try to save in investments are below the real inflation rate. You know, because
That's the problem.
for example, here in Brazil, the IPCA, it's not the real inflation rate annually, you know, because it's like a selection of some things that the government makes about food, clothing, homes, and they, how do you say, they make those metrics on the IPCA, and they show it to the public, you know, but real inflation are would be like 15 to 20% a year, you know, because they
Wow.
start printing money all year long, and you just get diluted, you know.
Yeah, and also you have charges as well in the bank. Like some bank accounts make you pay like 50 reais per month. So it's like you can't even save it. They're taking what you save. You know what I mean? It's so silly. We did that when we had this apartment. Our mortgage was with Caixa Bank, and Caixa make you pay.
Okay.
But we can't. We couldn't change the mortgage. It has to be with that bank, and then they make you pay the extra $50. It's just a way of them stealing from you. You know what I mean? Our 50 reais.
Yeah,
So
that's
after
terrible.
we paid off our mortgage, we just closed down that bank account.
That's terrible.
What
Just
do you think
terrible.
of bank charges? Yeah, they're terrible too. Bank charges.
Yeah, actually, I use the only bank I use it's Nubank. You know
Okay, yeah,
the
we've that one too. New bank,
so
an easy bank,
it's very simple. You do not have to worry with those
and they're
things. You
good.
know.
They have better interest, so that you can save way more in those ones. They're better than the
Also,
normal
for
bank.
example, I did not get yet at least get a loan. You know, so I didn't have to do this. But I know that the loans rates on the Nubank are like absurd, like
Okay, good to see.
10 to 15% a month.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Are bank workers always helpful?
No.
I don't think so either. I mean, I'd rarely
They
call them,
look
but
like public, how would you say, like public uh, people who
service,
works
public
in
assistant.
public institutions, you know, that they just, hello, sir, what can I
Yeah.
help you?
Yeah.
Oh,
But they're probably
sir,
bored. They're probably bored as well with their job. They've probably heard the same questions. And maybe they can't even solve
they earn
anything.
their money the same way if they're not working or not, you know, if they're productive or not. So that's a problem. Even if you're not productive, you will receive the same salary. You will be
Oh, yeah. Well, that's
dismissed.
problem. There's no incentive. Yeah, sure. Okay. Has a bank ever made a mistake with your account or money? Hmm.
Actually, not. Never have
I
never
don't think
been
so.
through a mistake from the bank. Actually, not.
Yeah, I don't think so either in Ireland. Not here as well. I don't remember. Okay. Would you like to work for a bank? Yes. Get all the money.
Yeah.
I got a lot of bankers. I got a guys, investment bankers. Yeah, and they have to go around different, but they're quite dull. It's really weird when I listen to them. I had a Chinese guy and a Japanese guy, and they have to find new clients and then convince them to invest in their banks. So one guy was with J.P. Morgan in Shanghai, and the other guy worked for Citibank in.
JP Morgan must be nice to work on, you know, but
It's different. It's because it's on a big in it's different because he's in Shanghai. So he said JP Morgan's a small bank in China.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because it's an American bank. All the Chinese use their
Well,
own
I
banks.
know that here on the bank, the when you work for banks here in Brazil, you are actually like almost a slave, you know. You earn a lot of money, but you work like a slave, you know, like
Well,
nonstop.
you can. I don't know because yeah, this guy was telling me to give. They tell me they have to do things like give boring presentations, and it's the same presentation maybe the last year and last year. So I don't know how they make sales. Like they could never convince me to do anything with them because they're again. I don't know if they're Chinese and Japanese. They don't have that energetic personality to make me not believe in them. You know.
Yeah.
But I had another guy from China, and he worked 7 days a week. He was in investment banking. And he would get new people come in and they'll say, I like to work in investment banking too. And he goes, no, you don't. And then like those people last like 1 year because they're just thinking about the money and
Yeah.
they just can't do it. And he was being in the business like 20 years, this guy. And he just works 24/7. He wakes up at like 7 in the morning, goes to work at 8, works till 10 o'clock and does that 7 days a week. And he said his family live in Shanghai and he was based in Hong Kong. I was like, how do you do that? I was like, that sounds impossible. But he had energy. That guy was actually very energetic. This guy. I was like, where is it? How does he get his energy? Maybe he's taking drugs. I don't know. I don't know because he was talkative. I was like, this guy seems like he's alive still. Okay. Have you
Yeah.
ever taken out a bank loan or overdraft? You said you've never taken out a
No,
loan.
actually not. I haven't uh, had the need to do that, you know. So perhaps I will have to do that when I take a loan for an apartment, buy a
Yeah,
house or
that's
something.
what you usually do. Yeah, that's the only reason we do a car or house. What do you think of the Islamic banking concept of forbidding interest rates?
What
This is
would be?
not true. Yeah, yeah, I know you're guessing. You're saying, what is this? I didn't know what this really was. I know because it's against in their Quran or whatever. You're not supposed to do this. But the interest rates are included in the price. You understand? They just do it in a different way. They don't say this is the interest. They just change the price of the product, and the interest will be included in the house. You know what I mean? It's just a
Yeah,
way of getting around it. Because I asked some guys from Turkey. One guy was a lawyer from Turkey, and I had a banker guy from Turkey as well. I just wanted an explanation, but he said it's just fake. You know what I mean? Doesn't make any sense.
yeah.
Would you like to use the services of an offshore bank?
Depends. I don't have to do that yet, you know, but perhaps I will have to
Yeah,
sometime.
generally it's illegal to do that, right? But they exist.
That's why people use it.
Panama, the Cayman Islands, all those places have it, and you'll find the rich people around the world put their money in those banks.
Oh, it's the same.
I have to see what my questions are. I only got 10 seconds left. Let me see.
Yeah,
Are banks the best place to keep your money, or to
no,
zero directo? Where
of
would
course.
be? Where
That's the,
where where would you put them?
I don't know. Well,
Yeah,
thank
I
you
don't
very
know.
much.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Take care. Bye.